It is Monday. It's a new vlog. Oh my god, I'm supposed to be sunshine and rainbows. It's bright outside. I hate it. It's actually disgusting. My skin feels like it's burning off my face. We hate sunshine. Actually, I'm squinting so much. It's lovely. Can you not actually come here? Hello, baby girl. Oh, hello. I just finished The Way We Hate, which I started last night, and it was a really nice, I don't want to say palette cleanser because it wasn't that kind of book. Let's be for real. It was a lot. It was a lot, but it was quick and it was easy to get into, and I needed it before going back into another fantasy, because like we're going back into one. I'm not sure what to do, what one to start, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, maybe let's just have a quick read of the blurb. You know, the most dangerous kind of villain, a woman with nothing left to lose. Okay. In a cruel world ruled by the stars, cruel and merciless gods, Alara has been cursed by fate. A prophecy promises she will fall for a star, but it will kill them both. When the star of wrath and war descends to hunt Alara, the neighboring kingdom sees an opportunity to take her from her home, the kingdom of night, to Helios, the kingdom of light, where she strides straight into the arms of an enemy prince. There, Alara is forced to either let Prince Lorenzo train her into a weapon worthy of battling against the tyrannical reign of the stars, or to accept her fate. But there are shadows even within the kingdom of light, and they threaten to reveal the darkness in Lorenzo's past and the ancient magic that sleeps in Alira's veins. And with it all, the undeniable star-crossed pull between them. Okay. Love triangle? Question mark? If she's destined to fall for a star, is the princess star? Or like, is this a series and she'll be with Lorenzo in like the first few books and he'll train her, but then it'll be an enemies to lovers with the star? You know, the most dangerous kind of villain, a woman with nothing left to lose. Okay, this sounds promising, but I'm very sad they're not in the kingdom of night. That sounds a lot better than the kingdom of light. Wouldn't be the worst choice. Would not be the worst choice. There is also, when you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for? As the day dawns on the 50th annual Hunger Games, fear grips the districts of Panam. This year, in honor of the Quarter Quell, twice as many tributes will be taken from their homes. Back in District 12, Haymitch, his last name, I feel like we've never gotten his last name. Haymitch Abarnethe is trying not to think too hard about his chances. All he cares about is making it through the day and being with the girl he loves. When Haymitch's name is called, he can feel all his dreams break. He's torn from his family and his love, shuttled to the capital with the 3 other District 12 tributes. A young friend who's nearly a sister to him, a compulsive odds maker, and the most stuck-up girl in town. As the games begin, Haymitch understands he's been set up to fail, but the Silent Kingdom that wants to fight, and have the fight reverberate far beyond the deadly arena. Okay. Honestly, this is giving more. But Heavenly Bodies, I'm so saturated. Just not really in the mood. I'm definitely a mood reader. So either this or the book that wouldn't burn. Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't really have time to start reading it now anyway, so I'm like so done with today. I'm hating this weather. Can I just please rain? Please, can it rain outside? I'm begging. Please let it rain, because this weather's too bright and oh my god, I just ended the sun. Okay. It's supposed to be May, nearly winter here. What is this? What is this shit? It's cold, but like it's the sun's out. How dare it? I feel like I might read the book that wouldn't burn. I've got it like somewhere in the house because I was gonna start it before. I know I'm gonna love this. I know I'm gonna love it. But like, I'm not in the mood for it. And if I'm not in the mood for it, I'm not gonna read it because I don't want to ruin the experience by reading something at the wrong time. Okay, so this was a completely pointless endeavor. That's all we got from this. Okay, and also, The Way We Hate does not have a physical copy. Like, I looked on Amazon earlier and it was not on there, and that's just so mean. Like, so what do you mean I read 350 pages and I can't display it somewhere? Like, look how cute the cover is. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I can't have this on my shelf? So cute. We love. Intro to the blog. I shall be... Oh no, this is my weekly vlog. Oh, welcome to my weekly vlog. Bye-bye. Okay, so I ended up starting The Book That Wouldn't Burn. And I gotta say, I'm kind of loving it. The main character is giving off child prodigy. And we love that for her. Well, the main female character. We haven't gotten the male character's point of view. I think this is a double point of view. And at the start of every chapter, they have like these little blurbs at the top, which is like what they did for Fourth Wing. And this is not a spoiler or anything, but it's just like so morbid. And I'm just like gonna read it for you now. Was said that no lot could defeat her. In later life, Myra Hayes stepped away from her performances and earned a somewhat dubious reputation as a mystic. She returned to the stage after an absence of decades, promised the greatest escape of all. Disastrously, she drowned in a locked casket. The inquiry found no evidence that she tried to free herself. Okay. This isn't a character in the book or anything, like... And like literally like the first page, prologue. The first arrow hit a child. That was the opening line. Okay. And like I realized this as soon as I picked up the book because the font is the same, but like it's the same company that published The Poppy Wars. Yeah, because I'm not worried at all. No, because I'm not worried at all. This is gonna be okay, right? We're gonna live, because I'm not gonna say anything, but like this shit's already getting pretty dark and I'm really scared. okay, let's hope we enjoy this. See ya. Okay, so here are my latest thoughts on this book. I'm sitting on the ground because I just did a workout. I know I'm looking so good for it. That's because I skipped like half of it. Anyway, it's late, okay? It's like literally 7 o'clock at night. What am I doing? Okay, so I've made a fair bit of progress. I am 150 pages through. And so far, I'm liking the female main character's point of view a lot more than the male. Well, not a lot more, just like it's a lot more entertaining because there's not a lot that can happen to the main male character right now. I don't know. I just find the female main character is more interesting because I guess we're getting a lot more world building with her. And I am finding it very interesting, but it's a lot of thought. It's a lot of thought effort that's going into this. But I think like that's what I needed at the moment, so it's pretty good. The main character is still definitely giving off child prodigy. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about the matter. The Book That Wouldn't Burn. I think I know what book they're talking about now, but like, oh, I'm not sure. And I love the female character so far. And the main male character, like, we're kind of loving him too. We're not sure yet because we haven't, like, like, I can't really say anything. Like, how is this gonna work? What the fuck's gonna happen? Because, like, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. But, like, I feel like unless they said her thoughts, the movie wouldn't work with this main character, this female main character. Because, like, she comes off as an emotionalist to other people, but, like, in her mind, she explains it very well. And so you can tell she's not emotionless. She just, like, she explains, like, something really traumatic happens to her, and she explains that she can't deal with it at that present moment when everyone else is crying around her because, like, all the other kids are. Because she doesn't have the time. If she went into that at the moment, she wouldn't, like, she couldn't deal with it. At that present moment, she didn't have enough energy. She just didn't have the capacity to deal with it at that moment. But in the movie, why am I doing that? But, like, I like thought about that at the moment, so I'm sharing my thoughts with you. So, but, like, in a movie, all the other kids would be crying and she'd just not be. So she'd look emotionless. And she's not. But, like, we're loving her. We're loving her. You could understand the main plot even if you didn't understand the deeper meanings behind everything. Like, I don't understand everything, but I understand like some of the deeper meanings. And I feel like if I read it again after figuring out what it was talking about, I don't know, because some of the things this says, like, especially like some of like the top things at the start of the chapters, I'm just like I know what you could mean. I know what you mean, but how does that connect to the story at all? Like, how is that connecting? How is that connecting? But I know what it means. We'll see. We'll see what happens from here on out. We'll see what happens. Looking forward to it. It's just a lot of big brain energy, and it's nighttime, and I don't know if I have any big brain energy left. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We're liking it so far. So far, it's interesting, and the world is very, very interesting because it's giving the impression that, like, I think it says it on the back of the book, as their stories spiral around each other across worlds and time, like, are they in different worlds? The two main characters, are they in different worlds? Because you get their different POVs across chapters, and you can tell, well, the main male character is trapped in a library and he hasn't been able to escape for like 12 years. But the female main character is interacting with like other characters. She's in a city. She's like, we're getting all the world building from her point of view. Are they in the same timeline? Because at the moment he's 20 years old and she's like 8 years old. So I really hope they're not in the same timeline, because that would be very worrying. No, surely they're not in the same timeline. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see. We're liking it so far. We shall be back. It is a lovely Wednesday morning, unfortunately, so that means I'm feeling lazy as fuck, because that's what the sun does to me. The sun makes me feel sleepy, so we're having fun. We are building this lovely nano block that I got a few Christmases ago. No, this Christmas, last Christmas. And it's May, so it's really not that bad. Not that bad at all. And I'm gonna put it on my windowsill when I'm done. Not this one, but like I've got one in the hallway. I'm gonna put it on, which is probably dangerous because my cat's gonna knock it over. Aren't you? Yeah, there she is. Okay. And I'm watching Horror Me, if you couldn't tell from the laptop. So let's get to it, shall we? Okay, that's all for now. Okay, so I finished all my work for the day, so I'm just chilling, reading, and I must say, I find like his writing really hard to describe. And I think I like the girl's perspective more, because even though she is a lot younger than the guy, her perspective is more mature. Like, everything she says is a lot more clear cut, and her like perceptions of the world are a lot more interesting. She says, like, here, she hopes the others would be both creative and convincing at explaining her absence. Something contagious, explosive, and involving both ends would be best. Like, he writes it in a way like you have to think about it. And it's kind of nice to have like a little mind puzzle on each sentence a little bit. Sometimes it can be exhausting, but like when you get it, it's like a little reward every time. So I'm gonna keep reading. We're having a great time. Okay, so this is a good way to describe the main characters. Eva is the guy, Olivia is the girl. Eva nodded again, feeling that if he was always 3 steps behind in conversations with Olivia, and if he ever caught up, she'd be off unexpectedly into something new. That's perfect. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's it. And also, it kind of feels like a mystery. more than anything else, because you're just like trying to figure out the mysteries of the library. Okay, well, here's an interesting one. War is often described as long periods of boredom, punctuated by moments of terror, a description that is functionally identical to many people's lives. It's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so it is Thursday morning and I am just continuing my cherry blossom journey. Enjoy. Okay, sorry guys, but I'm gonna need my phone to look at what dates the videos were filmed, so me and my cat are gonna say bye-byes. Okay, so I just went on a little impromptu shopping trip with my friend, and of course that yielded some very good results. I ended up getting Babel by R.F. Kuang, the same author as The Puppy Wars, and I'm very excited to read this after I've had some brain break, because very, very mentally taxing. Like, I was in a very chill mood this afternoon, and I must say it was a bit hard to read this, but it's getting really exciting now. Really exciting, so let's hope that continues. And I also got this because I accidentally bought the second book, so I obviously had to buy the first. And yeah, that's it. I'm about to get Uber Eats a halloumi souvlaki because I'm not sure if I've told you guys, but I'm vegetarian, so kind of pescatarian though, because I have had some salmon. I say vegetarian because it's easier. I'm gonna really only eat fish, like a mussel, crab, prawns. Ew, disgusting actually, in my humble opinion. So I'm gonna add these to the TBR probably tomorrow because I'm done with today. Like, just let me read my book in peace. Please, just let me read my book in peace and do not interrupt me. Bye-bye. And I'm rewatching The Apothecary Diaries again. Yep, it's fine. Okay, so oh fuck, I did it there too. I think wherever my hands go, the golden writing wears off. And that's really sad because look what I did there too. Some of the writing's worn off. Oh, I kind of ruined it. That's not okay, actually. Anyway. Okay, so if you like mind games, because what the fuck just happened? I did not expect that plot twist. Like, this is like some mind-bending shit. Like, what the fuck just happened? And if you want a pathetic man, here you go. He would return. He would find a way, whether it took him or her or both of them to their 100th year. He would place himself before her one more time and accept her judgment. He would speak his mind if she would let him, hand her the words to wound him with, throw dignity aside if that was what was required to place truth between them. And if her fury remained, if hate was all she had for him, he would let that run its course. Offer his heart to her dagger in place of those who had injured her. And at last, if his dramatics went unanswered, he would leave, knowing that he had for once taken his shot. Okay, so we love a pathetic man, but like also this is really sad. This is really sad. Like, so what do you mean? Like, the end isn't even there anymore. It's called like The Book That Wouldn't Burn. Yeah, so like where I've been touching it, holding the book, the gold is like worn off. Okay, but I think it's just the title. Ugh. Like, yeah, this shit is crazy. Like, plot twist of the fucking century. Like, sir, what do you mean? Sir, what do you mean? And it's like a lot. It's like a lot if you want something that's like gonna really test your brain skills, because it feels like I'm trying to solve like a 3D puzzle. But like, I think for once, I think I know it's like one of the plot points. But I think it was fairly easy because they kind of just like pointed it out, but like they haven't like confirmed it. The main character hasn't confirmed it yet. I don't know what's happening there. But Maggie confirmed the next chapter. I think I've got like a little over 100 pages left. I'm trying not to touch the front cover. What's gonna happen? What do you mean there's 2 more books? What do you mean there's 2 more books? And the 3rd book just came out, by the way. What do you mean, sir? What do you mean? But I think I'm gonna have to take a break, because this shit is mind-boggling. Like, every sentence is a puzzle, and my brain don't have the capacity for that shit. But I think I've understood this pretty good. And it's just so fun, and I love the main character, and also some of the side characters. And obviously, like, I love practically everyone, actually. Except the king. I hate the king. He's and Lord Algar. But, like, she points out, like... So I was like, I took away from, like, Attack on Titan, like, the whole, like, good people are people who are helpful for you, but that's different for everyone. Someone I see as a good person could be a bad person in someone else's life. And the main character was talking about in this how Lord Elgar isn't helpful for her life personally, but that's just because of like circumstances in his own life. And it's just like, my mind is like now I'm like, with people in real life, I'm just like, I can't judge anyone, because I don't know what's happening in their own life, and I don't know what's motivating their actions. Like, this like happened a few years ago, but like in a Netball game, some girl punched me, and I just felt so bad for her, because like what was like so bad in her own life that like she just like got so angry and she had to punch someone on that court. It could have just been she just got really mad, but like it probably wasn't just that. And then like you know, you make a whole backstory for other people, but like you never know if it's true or not. And it starts something about that in here too, and I'm just like, mind fucking blown. And like that, this book has a lot of those moments. So I hope I can actually remember some of these lessons, because I remember them in the moment and then I completely forget about them when I finish the book. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, we will keep writing. Okay, so now that I've got into the main part, I can see that most of the first bit was world building, and now that we're fucking here. Like, this is so fucking exciting. Like, I'm so excited. Okay. But also, like, in the mayhem, this is like a little, you know, relatable fact. It's always the books you don't have that call to you. You know that. Not the ones already on your shelf. They can wait. Always hungry for the next book before you finish the first page of the one before you. So who calling me out like that? Jesus Christ. No, the way I was halfway through this book and just like imagining my next read. But that's me with every book. So really not a disservice to this one at all. Anyway, she's going fucking down and sleep who? Getting up at 4, 5 a.m. tomorrow. Fucking who? Did it take to the last 100 pages? Yes. Yes, it fucking did. But have we got an obsessed MC? Yes, we do. Are we ready? Do what you will with him then, but hear me on this one thing. You understand me, so you must understand that I will burn everything down before I let you hurt her. No, the way this is like so J-Mass book, like the first 400 pages, practically nothing happened. The last 100? Okay. This will make absolutely no sense if you haven't read this book, but I think I know who the soldier is. Guys, what do you mean? I need to know what this means, but then who's the assistant? What do you mean? Okay, here. So, I had a work holiday. Violet. I had work all day and I really wish I just could have just read this. This is all I wanted to do. This is all I wanted to do, and you can't see the title anymore because it's gone. Anyway, no, it's literally not there anymore. Okay, no, it's fine. No, it's completely fine. Okay. Because I had like 20-30 pages left, but then I fell asleep because I was so tired last night, and I read like maybe 10 on my break, so I had like 10 pages left, but then I had my psychologist meeting, my psychology therapy. I had therapy. Is that what I had therapy. And then I came home, I finished, I got a snack, and we're going to update my reading journal, and that is so exciting for us. Australia, why? Why are you doing this to us? No, because I've also just ordered the third book because this is a trilogy. And it's going to be the same size as this one because they come out with like bigger editions, taller editions a year before. And I wish I had them all in this size, but that won't be happening for like another like 2 years-ish. 2-ish years. So, and I would also have 2 of the ones in this size and 1 in this size. So do I try to find a bigger edition of this one before I highlight it? I think I'm going to go do that right now. And I'm also going to put in the new books I bought yesterday into my reading journal while watching Rachel's new vlog. So yeah, let's do that with some hot chocolate and chocolate covered strawberries because we're hungry. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so I've updated my reading journal and this is the page for the book that wouldn't burn. There was nowhere near enough room to say all my thoughts, so I will be sharing them very shortly, but I'm going through and highlighting it. I'm not actually highlighting it, I'm penciling it in because if I do find a taller size book, I'll just rub them out, transfer the quotes, and then put this in a free public library or something. Woohoo! And that one will have words on it. That one will have the title on the front cover. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Oh yeah. Why did I? Because this fucking quote. The historian must ensure that all their work is plainly marked as such. For if it were presented as a work of fiction, its readers would clamour that it lacks sense. The events too implausible, too random, and too cruel. Truth will set you free from certainty, comfort, and the beliefs upon which we rely for sanity. A history of histories. That's crazy, actually. Truth will set you free from certainty, comfort, and the beliefs upon which we rely for sanity. I love that. I love that. It's not even that this is all mind-blowing. Some of it is, sure. Some of it is, but it's that like the way it's written really makes you think about it. Listen to this one. Without guilt, we would all be monsters. And memory is the ink with which we list our crimes. Now, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, and you can't tell me otherwise. Okay, for these, I don't know if they're from actual books, like real world books, or just books within the library that like Livera is going around and picking up, or Eva for that matter. Sorry. Okay, here's another one. Livera read every word, though, and remembered what she read. She often wondered if some other part of her had been sacrificed to make room for the skills she had that others didn't. It worried her, but she was what she was. That had been Aunt Talla's wisdom on the subject of Livera, long before she even knew what books were. She was what she was. Oh, I was saying, she was what she was. Nothing to do about it. This is so true for like all books. Ready? Livera's experience had been that things people don't want you to talk about are generally true. Okay, I really like this one. The Truth and Other Matters of Opinion by Gustav Bergman. Secrets should never be held too closely. For a secret that is clung to will shape its keeper, and in that twisting of their being it will reveal itself. The best kept secrets are pushed aside, levered to the extremities of the mind, so far from the day's thinking that to press it any further away would be to forget them entirely. It's so true. It's so true. And who said books didn't have humour? Ready? That depends if it was designed by librarians, Livera said, or by sane people. It's the way she's a librarian. Because it's fun. Because it's fun. No, like, this is just beautiful. Like, even if you don't know the meaning, the words are just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Everything we see is seen through the lens of our expectation. Our prejudice provides a broad brush. Imagination sprinkles detail, some of which we may actually be there. We ascribe meaning and intent with a careless disregard for our constant failure at such predictions. One is forced to wonder if the blind man's hands lie to him as eloquently as vision does to the sighted. That's amazing. That is actually beautiful, and we love that for us. I don't think these are actual books because I've searched some of them up and I couldn't find any. I just stepped on my cat. Okay, now here's something to think about. Few things are worse enemies of civilization than a corrupt official. But an honest official of corrupt laws is definitely one of them. Okay, we love the mind games. We love the thinking happening here. That's why I feel like I got smarter by reading this book. Okay, this might be my favorite quote out of the whole book. I'm halfway through reading them, but like, ignore that, please. The histories were dry. The fiction, as if someone had pulled a still-beating heart from a cage of ribs and left it pulsing crimson on the page. That is why I do not read nonfiction. Actually, that is why. Somehow the stories that never happened, ones that merely sprang from the dreaming of some long-dead author, were more true than the histories that might be found on the opposite shelf. The stories, though set free on imagination's wings, had to make some kind of sense to prevent the reader's scoffs. Truth, though, didn't care a whit for making sense and could ride roughshed over people's expectations. Truth, it was often said in the library, was stranger than fiction. Livera also considered it uglier, crueler, and ultimately less satisfying. Fiction for the win. That's the main message I got from that. If this doesn't encompass Livera's little trait as our little, like, rule breaker, I don't know what does. Livera had often felt that the saving grace of rules was how much fun they were to break. Okay, so here's another one. The Pursuit of Happiness by Alfred J. Poffrock. A call out to everyone. War is often described as long periods of boredom punctuated by moments of terror. A description that is functionally identical to many people's lives. Now, boredom when I'm not reading, absolutely yes. However, reading books when I'm doing auto lockdown, yes. So this description no longer fits me. Wouldn't say I'm better than y'all, but okay, this one I'm still having a little trouble fitting into my brain cells. Oh, let's read both of these out actually. Her memory was essentially infallible as far as facts were concerned, but emotion had a tendency to dry like ink and cease to glisten. It needed to be captured as close to the moment as possible. This is like me after reading a book. I can tell you what happened. I can't tell you my thoughts on it after like 2 days. Okay, here's another one. This is like from Livera, her thoughts. All of us steal our lives. A little here, a little there. Some of it given, most of it taken. We wear ourselves like a coat of many patches, fraying at the edges in constant repair. While we shore up one belief, we let go another. We are the stories we tell to ourselves, nothing more. Is that like what it was saying before? But I guess that's just my interpretation of the truth. Oh my god, guys, I think we learned something. Okay, this is amazing. Actually, both of these are amazing. Ready for these two ones? I've never heard someone describe secrets so good. But secrets always seem to escape if given space. One person could hold a secret tight to their chest with both hands. When it was 2 or 3 or 4 people, it was as if that secret had to be tossed back and forth between them, creating many chances to drop it. That is amazing. That is what I had always thought, but I could never put so eloquently. So now I'm even speaking fancy. In Ute's opinion, it's not the gift of money that's the greatest. It's the gift of purpose. He said, and the fancy words are all his. All of us in our secret hearts, in our empty moments of contemplation, stumble into the understanding that nothing matters. There's a cold shock of realization, and in that moment, we know that nothing at all is of the least consequence. Ultimately, we're all just spinning our wheels, seeking to avoid pain until the clock winds down and our time is spent. To give someone purpose is to free them, however briefly, from that scepter of knowledge. Okay, you're calling us out then. Just point out that fact. No, it's fine. Okay, I'm probably making everyone think way too much, but here's another one. People die, brother. That's what I've learned. Life's cheap, easily spent. And if there's any joy to be had, it's in the moments between. So, when you find something that makes you happy, you take it with both hands, and you hold on to it for as long as you can. It's not going to last. It will be taken from you. But that's not the point. The point is that you took your chance, you drank the wine, you took what good you could from the world, and you gave it yours. Yeah. Okay, sure. No, but like with all this like stuff, what's left for the next 2 books? Honestly. I would like everyone to record this moment. Fiction captures more than facts do. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Where all the stories we tell about ourselves. Silly. That's all anyone ever is. The story they tell and the stories told about them. Fiction captures more than facts do. That's why the library keeps it. It's the most important part of our memories. Nearly done. This is why I hate analysing books. Okay? Irony or paradox. To truly understand something, you must see it whole. You must step outside the thing, outside the world that holds it, outside the time that counts its measure. Only when you stand outside the object of your interrogation and set God's eye upon it, will you understand that to know it properly, you should never have left. So when you're reading a book, you're in the world. Take a step back. Try to analyze what's happening. You've lost. So when I read a book, my goal is to analyze it until it's over. Well, really not analyze it at all, just say what I'm feeling when I'm reading it. Analyzing will not be had on this channel. Your piece of cynicism for the day. Don't know if I said that right. Don't entirely know what it means. Here we go. It's a teaching story, Livera said. It tells us that often things don't work out for the best. People die. Things get broken and can't be repaired. It doesn't matter how brave the prince is or how shiny his armor. It doesn't matter how plucky the princess is or how unusual her hair might be. The fire comes and there's no fighting it. And then optimism. Okay, the first part was the girl, the second part is the boy. I don't like it. There are blank pages left. So there's more we can do. We're gods, aren't we? We can fix this. They're not actually gods, but like, I have to read to understand, I guess. That wasn't really a spoiler, even though it was another book, right? No, it wasn't, because they're actually not gods, and I'm not just trying to gaslight you, they're not gods. Reading journal has finished updating. We're gonna go put books on bookshelves. So I put the book that wouldn't burn here. Just that one there. You can't really see anything because it's really dark and it's nighttime. I could luckily just squish it in there. However, we will be needing to probably move my dark romance books over to that bookshelf because we're running out of space on the fantasy one, because of course we love. I'm probably gonna do that soon-ish. I'm so tired. I'm actually not, which is really weird, but I really don't want to go to work. Oh, I don't really hate it that much. Look how cute she is. And that is Sarah and Dessa's new pop. And we're gonna put these on the TBR shelf. Gorgeous. Even cuter. See you probably tomorrow, but we'll see. Okay, so it is Sunday morning and I finally finished this one. Isn't she looking pretty cute? So I'm gonna go put that on a windowsill in my house, which my cat hopefully won't knock off. I'm like crossing my fingers over here, and there's no book updates because I haven't had the time. And guess what? I just slept for 14 hours. 14 hours, and I'm really happy about it. Yeah. The tragedy of the week. Sunshine and rainbows all bloody week. The day I work is the day it decides to rain. Ow. It was perfect. The rain, by the way, absolutely perfect. Like full on like showers. And what was I doing? I was working. I wasn't reading. That was actually a travesty. An absolute crime. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And now it's sunshine and rainbows again, and I'm not working today. Like, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I'm reading fantasy, so that would have been absolutely perfect. I'm so frustrated. But I will likely be reading all day, and that's perfect anyway. So, still hope it rains a little bit, but what can you do? What can you do? And I am on. Ta-da! I am up to this book, and the last book just arrives in the mail, so we will be putting that on my TBR and then binge reading this book, hopefully. But binge reading might not be the exact word, because this is going to take me forever to read, because it's just not an easy read and I have to use brain power. So, and we are getting a different POV in this book, which is somewhat exciting, I must say. Will it be like the Belladonna series, where it's like the first book is the couple, the second book is kind of like two couples at once, and the third book is like the second couple fully? Might be. And these covers are actually gorgeous, like absolutely stunning. Like, I would want this series made into a TV series just so I could see like the libraries. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, bye. Okay, so that's looking pretty cute there. We love. Do not knock it over, please. Okay, so we are going to put this book on our TBR shelf, which is the third book in the series that I'm currently reading. It just came out, and I'm trying not to spoil myself by looking at the back. Okay, let's just put this one on. It's so pretty. I love these covers. And then we're gonna move the dark romance over to this shelf, so I have more room on my fantasy shelf when I finish new fantasy reads. Okay, let's go. And I'm watching Katie's is reading new vlog. that's all done now. And I know this must be bothering people who have read the Natural series, but my cousin's currently borrowing it, so she will be back. And that all fits, and there's obviously a lot of room for growth because I have put a lot of books facing out, so that's good. And now we will reorganise the fantasy shelf so there's a big gap there. Okay, I think we'll do that because when new books come out, I have obviously room for growth, and I hope there are a lot more books to come in that series. And then that's dystopian, which makes me really happy. Okay, so that's all done. I think this is like the same that it was before. And then this. Okay, so we have like lighter fantasies up here, and then darker ones, or what coloured ones, down here. And then this is a series I'm currently reading, so I could just expand it that way. Actually, maybe I'll put it here because we have taller edition. Okay, that makes me really happy that it's dystopian, and then fantasy. Okay, bookshelf reorganisation is done, and we are just gonna read this with my cat.